really well. First of all, I want to say an apology. Last week, I should have made a video, and to be honest with you, the week just ran away with me. I don't know what happened. I got so busy, and then towards the end of the week, by Saturday, I'd realised I hadn't even got any content. I thought, I can't do this. I was waiting for something to arrive, and it didn't arrive. So I just thought, well, I'm sure 1 week's not going to make that much difference. I'll just make up for it this week. So nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. I'm absolutely fine. I'm just a bit fed up with this weather. I know everybody says it, but I don't think it hasn't had one dry day since Christmas. And today it's sunny, but it's raining. It doesn't make a load of sense. It just doesn't make sense. You think, okay, yesterday I thought, I'll go out and I'll clean the windows. There was a break in the rain. I'll clean the windows. And I was out there for half an hour, cleaned the windows, cleaned the door at the front, just had a check around, came back in, started raining again. So you can't really plan anything. You can't do anything. By now, because I'm a gardener, I would have gone out and done loads of preparation, and I just haven't. The tree that came down, I still haven't cut the branches off, and it's actually blocking some of the lovely bulbs I have. So yeah, it's got to wait. So I have a bit of spring in my life. This is one of my favourite cups, actually, of all time. And I can never say it. I always try to say it. It's the Narcissus. The Narcissus. I love the colours. I think it's one of the most beautiful designs. And unfortunately, at the time, I didn't get more. I didn't know whether they did any plates or bowls, but I absolutely adore that cup. So, cheers. Got my cup of tea in it today. And yeah, I just wanted to address that for last week and say I was sorry. On the subject of cups, I went into Poundland. I drove into the nearest town, and I hadn't been to Poundland for so long. I know there's lots of stuff there that really is a lot of rubbish, really, but you can pick up sometimes some quite good bargains. And I was looking at the mugs, and I came across a dupe. And one thing that I don't think that Emma Bridgwater has done is lavender or lilac, which are two of my favourites. I love lilac. I absolutely love it. And lavender, I love lavender. So I looked at this cup and I thought, wow, that's a real dupe for Emma Bridgwater. Now, if you compare the two mugs, they're very, very similar. The handle's slightly different. They haven't got that dip where the handle is that Emma Bridgwater made a bit of a mistake with. They've got the ridges at the bottom, but it's not exactly the same. I measured it, it's half a pint, but that was £2.99. And I thought it was really, really pretty. It's got really nice colours. And the print isn't very obvious, but you can tell by the colour they've tried to have the effect of either lavender, which I think it probably is lavender, or lilac. But yeah, I loved it when I saw it. And at £2.99, you can't go wrong, really, can you? But that's my favourite, I think, of all time. That colour there, I love that colour. Absolutely love it. But I think it's would be too bright for me in this house somewhere. I say that, but the back wall here, I absolutely adore that now. I'm so glad I did it. The wallpaper at the back of me now, I'm so glad I did it. It's beautiful. And in different lights, it looks different shades. So I'm really chuffed with it. But anyway, if you want a bit of a dupe, they do have some other styles, which I wasn't keen on. They looked a bit 70s, the other styles. But yeah, I was pleased with that and I bought it. So the bread maker I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying making bread so much. And I had a bit of a disaster last week. Well, it was not a disaster. It's like a learning curve, really. I decided I was going to buy some Dove flour, which is like a wholemeal flour. And I was going to make a wholemeal bread. So I looked at the basic bread which is the one I've been going with. And I did all the ingredients, press number 1, and I also put yeast in. Oh, you should have seen it when it came out. It was like a brick. It was so funny. I couldn't quite understand what had happened. Well, what I've done wrong is that apparently that loaf of bread doesn't need yeast, which I don't really understand really, but it doesn't need yeast and it needs a different schedule. So I'm going to give it another go and I shall let you know how I get on. But do it on a different schedule and don't use yeast. Yeah, and see what happens. I'm really looking forward to it. It smells really great and it was doing all the right noises, but it just didn't come out how I thought it was going to come out. It was so funny, actually. It really was. It was like a brick. You couldn't eat. It wasn't edible. And it was about this thick. So it was really funny. It is so funny. But anyway, so one of my things I wanted to tell you about today. Oh, actually, look what I made. I made some rock cakes. I absolutely love rock cakes. I've kind of got into a bit of a routine of making them. Instead of buying cake from the supermarket, which, another thing, got so many ingredients that you don't recognise and preservatives. The rock cakes are something from a classic when I was at school. And I really enjoyed my school time in cooking. One of my best lessons, but I didn't particularly like my teacher. But I didn't let that faze me. She looked a bit like Nanny McPhee. And she was not the nicest lady. But I did learn a lot in that lesson and basic cooking skills. So rock cakes is something I really enjoy. And actually so simple to make. All it is rubbing in your butter and your flour, which you probably know, ladies. Why am I saying this to you? But you probably know. Rubbing in butter and flour, adding sugar and then the fruit, a little bit of baking powder, and then you mix an egg with a big tablespoon of milk, bind it all together, and it makes about 8 ounces of flour, makes about 8 rock cakes. So that's one of the flattest ones. They come out a little bit higher than that, but they're almost like a scone-like. So yeah, I've been making those and having like one a day instead of, as I said, buying cakes, which I don't know what's in them. So I've been enjoying that. So getting back to being a little bit more self-sufficient, which I've talked about in my last video. Last year, I surprised myself. I really did. I grew some great vegetables. I went to a little place in Montgomery and it's called Bunner's, and it's the most exquisite shop. It's got about 3 floors of everything you can imagine, and it's got a cobbled floor downstairs, and you can buy anything really for the house. You could buy screws, you could buy china. They sell at Bridgwater. They sell everything. And I bought 10 beans, like 10 bean seeds. Out of those 10, 7 grew into really good plants. So I put them out when they grew stronger, and they produced some amazing beans. And I had beans last year. That flashing is my watch, I think, catching the sunlight. It's funny, isn't it? The sun catches the sun, your watches. So those produce amazing beans, and I had peas, and I had radish, I had onions, potatoes. And this year, my big plan, is to extend that. I've made some raised beds, some more raised beds than I had last year. I've got some obelisks, which will help the climbing beans. Excuse me. I had so much to talk to you about today, so I'm kind of rattling on a little bit without having a drink. But so this year, I have got a bit of a plan. And one of those plans was to buy more seeds and be a bit more adventurous. So I went online and I found a company called Pot Gang. I don't know whether any of you have heard of it. I don't know whether any of you are gardeners. this might be something that people might not enjoy listening to, but it was a company that was actually, how can I explain it? I think it was this boy started it off in lockdown, and he's done really, really well. I mean, in 5 years or 4 years, however long it is, but when we were in lockdown, he's produced this company, and it's called Pot Gang. And what happens, they send you a box with everything you need for different months to grow things. So I haven't opened it, and this was what I was waiting for to come. And I've got February's, which is a bit late now, but I will start doing it as soon as the weather starts slightly changing. So I'm going to open it in front of you just to see what sort of things they send you. I'm so excited to get it when I got it. I thought, well, I'll wait until my video and then I'll open it with you and see what you think. Ah, right, you opened it the wrong way. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So, a little bag of compost. You get a bag of compost. Bang, tidy, now time to pot. Peat-free, nutrient-rich, expands to 15 litres. Wow! Made from repurposed coconuts. That's incredible, 15 litres that expands to. So you get some compost. Wow, you get the big pots. Wow, they're big pots. You get some big pots. How many do you get? 1, 2 big pots. 3 little pots. And one of these. I never remember the word for these. What do you call it? Pergulator, is that right? Pergulator. Is it a pergulator? I'll put a name down below when I find out. But yeah, that goes on top. It acts almost like a little greenhouse. I've seen them before. Okay, wow. So you only get one of those plastic tops, which is interesting. Is that the base? Interesting. Okay. So that's quite a lot. You get that lot for that. And then, what's this in here? I'll just put this to the side. Pot Gang. You've been served. Okay. Let's have a look at these and just see. So, you can subscribe, and I think it's £24 a month, and you get lots of different seeds and things like that. Let me see what they sent me this time. I got this for 20. It's on some kind of special offer, so I'm a gang member now. So look, you're a gang member. Pot Gang, Pot Gang. These are all like stickers. And it says, this is your official Pot Plus passport. In each box you receive, there will be a sticker stamp unique to the month. Stick these in the spaces provided inside the booklet. This is quite cute. It's a nice idea, isn't it? It's a very, very nice idea. Incredible, that is. Right, okay. So we're on a journey and we're taking you with us. This is very, very cute, actually. Hey ho, gang member. He's put a lot of thought into this. It's very, very interesting. Okay. That's that. And then, welcome. Pot Gang. Dear lovely new gang member. So we get like a introductory sheet. So this must be the seeds inside here. How do you open this? Let's have a look. So I thought it'd be something for me just to extend my gardening experience. I really, really want to do a lot this year. Just have a look, see what we have in here. Okay. So we have seeds. So what do we have? We have spring onions, little thing of spring onions. We have, it calls them something, Sid Stig and Sid the spring onions, calls them names. Hercule the honeycomb tomato. Oh wow, okay, got tomatoes. The golden courgette. This is this month's for February. And you've got these stickers and also these on here. So you do get quite a lot. You get a booklet on how to grow, a grow guide, the grow guides. Yeah, they're all different grow guides. That's very interesting. I shall have a really good read of these. So I thought you might be interested. Anybody that wants to grow some veg. It's a little bit of a hobby last year, but I actually really want to go for it this year. Not that I'm saying I have lots of free time, because I don't. You know, running this house and keeping the fires going this winter has been a job this winter. The fires, I've got one log burner upstairs and one log burner downstairs, and they've kept me busy. The wood I've burnt is crazy. I've just burnt so much. The log stores are near enough all gone. I've burnt coal. I've had loads of kilning I've burnt. But yeah, so this summer and spring, I really want to get out there. As I said, I've built these raised beds, and I've saved some cardboard, and I've got to lay the cardboard down first and then put the compost on top. So yeah, I shall tell you how I get on. But I thought you might be interested. So it's called Pot Gang. If you look it up on Google, it should give you more information. But that's quite impressive, really, for 20 quid. The fact that this expands to 15 litres is very interesting. Because I have to go far and wide to try to find compost. I usually get it for about, I get about 20 litres for about £12. So that's not bad, £20 for these as well, these pots, the seeds. Yeah, I'm quite impressed actually. So I thought you'd be interested to see. And I was excited to open it and see what they actually send. So yeah, very, very interesting. So getting back to my Emma Bridgwater. You know I am one of the biggest fans, and if I had a bigger house and more space, I would be filling my shelves with things. But I'm sorry to say, this spring I've gone online just to see, just have a little snoop. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed. The designs aren't as I would imagine them to be. These are classic. These are beautiful. And I think they're stencils, and I think they're wrapped around the cup. These aren't hand painted, I don't think. But the hand painted stuff this year on Emma Bridgwater, I find really disappointing. I'm really sorry to say. If you have a look at them, go and have a look at the spring stuff. It's just not very nice. It looks like it's been painted by amateurs. I'm sorry, by amateurs. I feel a bit mean saying, because I'm not a mean person, but yeah, I'm not impressed. And I honestly don't want to buy anything. There's nothing that I liked in the new spring collection. I loved the classic stuff. They've still got these in the seconds. They still have some of them in the other kind of parts of the website. But yeah, the new stuff, I'm just not impressed. Not impressed at all. So this is the kind of stuff I love as well. It's got crumbs on it. But the blossom, I've got like a couple of plates. I've got a cup. I've got these little plates. And some of them are just so beautiful. And even the design underneath are beautiful. So I'm just a bit disappointed, ladies. I don't know what you think. Write in the comments and see what you think of them. I'd be very interested to see of the avid collectors of Emma Bridgwater. I don't know what's going on really. Perhaps they're running out of ideas. You know, when they give you your books and they send you stuff, they give you a little form to fill out in your email, and it says, what could we do? And I have actually asked whether or not they could do a cup with Yorkshire Terriers on for Coco, but that's not come out this year. So I suppose if they get enough people wanting a certain type of idea, I mean, lilac is another thing they've never done. White lilac, purple lilac, there's orange blossoms. There's so many other ones they could come up with, but yeah, I'm not impressed. And yeah, I'd be very, very interested to see what you think about their new designs for spring. But anyway, so next week I will endeavour to be ready and available to do a video. I've got lots of things I want to do in the house. I'm just waiting for the better weather. The kitchen is a project that I'm going to start when the weather gets a bit better, so I can air the house and I don't have the smell of paint, and I've got to take everything out of the kitchen and paint it, rub everything down. So there's going to be a lot of mess. So I want that when I can open the windows, and at the moment I've only opened the windows in the morning just to let some airflow go through the house. But yeah, I can't do that at the moment. But that is my plan, and you'll be coming with me. I will show you what my plans are and what I do. It's a tiny, weeny little kitchen, but I do have some plans. And also the bathroom. The bathroom, I've already kind of started the bathroom, and I have a bit of a plan for the bathroom, which I might get your advice might get your advice with. I do have a bit of an idea. And I've already started the idea. I just need to get a bit more momentum with it. Go online, look at my my pictures on Pinterest, and just get a board together and just think. Because at the moment I've got like a dark green bathroom suite, which I'm afraid I've got to go with. Green is not my colour, but I thought I could go with it a little bit. There's some amazing wallpapers you can get with bird scenes and green leaves. And so people say you can't put wallpaper in bathrooms, but I have done some research. And if you put some decorators, like some varnish on top of it, it should be okay. It shouldn't peel off. But my bathroom doesn't get that steamy. I open the windows anyway. So we'll see. But I will let you come along with me. And I just wanted to say cheers and thank you so much for coming back. And I hope that it's something of interest to you, Pot Gang. Perhaps we can be in the gang together and you can tell me how you get on, and we can compare and see how we're getting on with that idea. But I know for some people to go to a garden centre and pick up these things is easy. But when you live kind of out in rural locations where you can't just go to B&Q and you can't go to different garden centres, this is a really good idea, and you get it all through the post. So that's my plan, and I'm excited to do that with you. I don't know whether I'll be able to do the setup of the camera in the garden. That's something I'm going to have to work out, because I've got we're just in a very small village here, very small, but my neighbours are quite close by, so I don't know what they think of me doing a video in the garden. They walk past, but yeah, I've got to think about that one. But I will take you along with me with my progress with this, and I think I should have probably already started planning where I'm going to put these seeds to get them germinated, but it's so cold. I can't see how seeds are going to germinate, and I don't have many windowsills in the house. But anyway, let me know how you get on if you actually join the gang, and we can be in the gang together, and you can tell me how you're getting on. Go and have a look and see what you think. If you're gardeners and you want to start growing your own vegetables, I did so well last year, and I was so amazed at how well I did. But anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate you. I really do. And I shall see you all next week. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Pop in a little video of a recipe that might be really interesting to you. It's a stew that I made. So I'm going to pop this in now so you can have a look and see if it's something that you might enjoy making yourselves. It's so easy. It all goes into one pot, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So I'll pop this in now. It's a little bit chilly today, so I've decided I'm going to make a nice lamb stew. So I've got some leeks, carrots, potatoes and pieces of lamb at the bottom, all in my pot, which I'm going to put into the oven. I've got some chicken stock ready to go. I'm just going to boil some water. about a pint of chicken stock and a bit more. I like chicken stock because it gives a clear liquid and not too dark. If I use a lamb or a beef stock, it makes it slightly too dark. So I like it a bit of a lighter stock. And chicken, it's organic chicken stock, so it works really well. But that in the oven with some barley, some pearl barley, makes an absolutely delicious, like a stew. So that's everything going into that pot. I made it a couple of weeks ago and it was so delicious, it was so Moorish. It took about 2 hours to cook and all the liquid soaked up into the pearl barley. And it was delicious. That's cocoa drinking. So yes, that's my meal of the day. I'm putting in, and it's 10:30 now, so it should be ready in a couple of hours. Perfect for lunchtime. So I've got my pearl barley. I've got a couple of little handfuls of pearl barley. That really swells in liquid. So delicious. I'm going to just sprinkle that on. And then I'm going to put my stock in, just stirring it in the warm water, in the hot water actually. I need a little bit more liquid. I need a tiny bit more because I want a bit more pearl barley. I've got lots of black pepper in there as well. I'll let you have a look at it when it comes out of the oven. So this is the finished result. A very, very nutritious and delicious lamb broth or stew, all done in one pot. And that's my lunch today.